Public Affairs Program. And the star goes to Open for Business Net 25.
It is a signal to the world that we are open for business.
We are now open for business. This is Cesar Vallejos bringing you yet another episode to guide you in discovering your passion and growing your business as we learn from experts in the field. Sama-sama tayong matuto sa isa na namang makabuluhang usapan tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng inyong negosyo. Ang Open for Business ay mapapanood nyo sa Facebook, sa YouTube. Siguraduhin ding mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media page at Net25 TV. Alamin natin, suriin mula sa mga negosyante, thought leaders at mga personalidad sa iba't ibang larangan ang mga strategies, trends at mahalagang karanasan sa pagninegosyo dahil tayo ay open for business. With more people adopting an environmentally conscious lifestyle, the movement is gaining wider space, quite literally, with green architecture being embraced in vertical development. As the Philippines is one of the countries vulnerable to climate change, promoting sustainable practices is becoming a must to some home buyers. In this episode, we are speaking with Primehomes Real Estate Development Incorporated through its corporate sales group head, Ms. Maria Christine Cruz-Javillonar, or Ms. Tanya, about the residential projects that are showing great strides in redefining urban spaces.
Manila, this is Bruno Mars. I'll be performing at the Philippine Arena June 24th and June 25th. Go get your tickets at livenation.ph. I'll see y'all soon.
Sama-sama tayong nakikanta, nakipagsaya at nakipag-summer blast. Maraming salamat sa higit na 120,000 na taong nakasama namin. Walang kapantayang energy at init ng suporta na ipinaramdam ninyong lahat sa amin. Hindi rin matatawaran ang galing ng mga performers na nagpasiklab sa isa sa pinakamasasayang gabi dito sa Philippine Sports Stadium. Taos-puso ang pasasalamat namin. Let's always net together, mga ka-Net 25, sa susunod na Summer Blast. Catch the special TV airing on June 10 and June 11, 2023. Follow our social media pages for more updates.
Abangan sa Counterpoint, kikilalanin natin ang taong punong abala upang makamit ang target ng Administrasyong Marcos na 1 milyong housing unit taon-taon upang makamit ang 6.5 milyong unit na backlog ng pamahalaan.
Slogan po namin ni Presidente na wala pong Pilipino na walang bahay sa sariling bayan. Basta ikaw po ay may trabaho, dapat may bahay.
Ngayong Miyerkules alas 10:30 ng gabi, dito lang sa Net 25. Wala pa hong demanda, tinuturo mo na. Nauna ho yung conclusion. Wala pa yung predicate, wala pang basis, nagsalita na.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together. Let's stand together sa Net 25.
It's gonna be a lovely morning talaga sa mga darating na araw. Abangan!
Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Any time of the day, it's super saya. Lalo na kung si Ara lagi mong kasama. Magandang araw, magandang araw.
Abangan sa Counterpoint.
for Business is back, and we are joined by a property development company that is huge in making a difference in the residential market as it advocates for sustainability and in the long run, helping shape the growth of the country. Its real estate projects speak of eco-friendly urban landscapes and multifunction complexes, eventually creating purpose-led communities. To speak more about their projects, please welcome Prime Homes Real Estate Development Corporate Sales Group Head, Miss Maria Christine Cruz-Javillonar, or Miss Tanya. How are you?
Good afternoon, CRV.
Okay, it's great to see you. And off-cam, we were talking about homes. We were talking
That's right.
about architecture.
Right, correct.
Pero paano nga ba namimili ang mga consumers ngayon ng bahay o lupa, lalo na after the pandemic? Are people still very excited to buy into real estate? Meron bang revenge shopping pagdating sa lote o bahay?
Yes, correct. Hindi naluluma ang real estate kasi it's a need din po ng mga consumers, no? So, ang nagiging importance dyan is yung location. Kung maganda pa rin yung location niya, yung accessibility niya sa work, sa mga basic na needs like groceries, gano'n.
In choosing these locations, since you are also in the business of, you said you have a flagship project.
Yes.
What were your considerations in this flagship project when you conceptualized it and, you know, with the developer planning it?
Yes.
Di ba, parang uso ngayon yung mga township, ganyan na,
Yes,
parang
township.
everything is there. What were your considerations?
Well, we are also planning to put up commercial areas within our community. We are also considering yung accessibility niya sa mga main roads like Commonwealth, Katipunan, yung accessibility going to the north, going to the south. And maganda sa area din namin, hindi siya matraffic. Maraming ways to get to certain points. And we're beside mga known communities as well. So, alam mo yung security dyan sa area namin, maganda rin.
Miss Tanya, maraming mga consumers na parang when they choose a specific area or project, you mentioned some of the things that they want. But my question is, has there been a change then in terms of consumer behavior after the pandemic? Kasi di ba, ang daming lumabas na na needs yung mga tao, ang daming bagong wants and needs na na-create ng pandemic. In the business of real estate, meron ka bang napansin na ganun din? Na parang they want neither the hospital or they want, you know...
I agree with you. During the pandemic, our business was still doing well because we are very unique kasi we are urban botanical community. And right now, ang mga consumers, they prefer mga places na may nature, open spaces, hindi lang inside a small enclosed room. You know, when you go out, marami ka pa rin makikitang nature, trees, ganyan. We practice that in our company, which is we allot 70% to open spaces while 30% to residential.
So parang kakaunti lang yung residential. So parang they can play there, they can relax there.
Yes, maraming areas. We have an area called Casa Jardin. It's an open space. You can do barbecue. By the way, our community also is pet-friendly.
Wow.
So for those who love pets, we're very open to that. We also have a park. We allotted that also in our plan.
Wow, that's great. Which is exactly what this research says. Kasi sabi nila dito, in developed countries, there's quite a number of commercial and residential complexes that have successfully incorporated sustainability. For example, one Central Park in Sydney, Australia, with its 250 species of plants and flowers that cover the building, mga ganyan. But in your case, you were saying, imagine 70% of that is open space or nature. When you say uniqueness, is this something unique to Prime Homes? Or is this something that is inspired by maybe your travels? Or
Actually, even our towers are named under nature. That's how we're so inspired with giving back to the environment and staying healthy.
I'm curious tuloy, what's the name of the towers?
Yes, yeah. So for phase 1 or tower 1, it's called La Rosa. All the names are under flowers. So we have Camia, Magnolia, and Sampaguita. While for tower 2, we have La Selva. So that's Spanish for the rainforest. For the 3 towers, it's Dahlia, Albizia, and Liana. If you come visit our property, our showroom, you can really see that we concentrated in nature, in developing our community, safety, security, it's all there.
Miss Tanya, based on your experience, kasi I'm sure, dealing with a set of clientele,
Yeah.
I'm sure you did also your research on how the impact of nature is to people, di ba? Kasi pero tama ka some people, especially during the pandemic, di ba, they were confined with their rooms, with their spaces. Sawang-sawa na. So, after the pandemic, everybody wanted out of their homes. And we see that. So, is that something that was well thought out in terms of the development plan?
Yes, it was. We were considering also the environment. The community would be healthier if there are more open spaces. You have area for walking, exercise. It's very important because we want our clients or tenants to also feel good. Because if you're beside nature, healthy open space, you feel good. And we consider that. That was part of the plan as well.
Pero mas clearer yung mind mo.
Yes, mas clear yung mind mo when you're, when you're outside looking at the trees, lots of flowers around you. So
I heard, being in sales, that selling real estate is one of the hardest. How is the business of selling real estate compared to other commodities? In your experience, ano yung nakita mo na pagkakaiba?
Working in real estate in this industry, it's really a cutthroat. It's a really cutthroat business. It's very challenging. You really have to put your time into it, and you get to meet certain people that are sometimes not your cup of tea. What's good about it is that it's also rewarding in a way that if you work hard, if you put your time into it, you will get the fulfillment. I also teach sales teams, and I share with them, with real estate, it's like you're also finding homes for your clients. It's just not, that's the best reward that you can get, that you have a purpose of finding homes for your clients.
So meaning, Miss Tanya, hindi din lahat pang real estate. Like say, for example, if you're finding a home, diba, if sales is your home or real estate selling is your home, it may not necessarily be your cup of tea, your expertise. So what are you looking for? You said you're teaching. So what is that character of a salesperson who should be in the sales business of real estate?
Well, somebody who can handle pressure. There's a lot of pressure when you're in real estate, but at the same time, it's enjoyable. For me, I enjoy talking to a lot of people. That's something that I enjoy. The commissions and the monetary is, it's just there, but it's more of you get to meet other people, talk about business, growing your business. So,
you mentioned about cutthroat competition.
Yes.
So, paano yun? Kumbaga, parang there are bigger brands, in the market, di ba? We know of established brands. Let's not mention their names already. But how do you compete in terms of marketing, in terms of sales, in terms of penetrating that market, and even in your area, di ba?
Correct.
Parang there's a lot of subdivisions, there's a lot of prime locations there. How do you compete in terms of competition?
Well, when it comes to competition, I would always, with clients, we would want them to visit our showroom, to our place, to appreciate the community better. The way we compete would be more like we practice a kindness. Actually, we have it in one of our videos that when you're in our community, we are like a family. So I think for some, would appreciate that kind of culture. So we're not that worried that we have other competitions because we believe in our project and we believe in our goals.
Which is good Miss Tanya, because when you mentioned about this community, even during the pandemic, di ba, parang that has saved a lot of people, the sense of family, the sense of community.
Yes.
Di ba? Kaya sumikat yung mga maliliit na businesses because yung sinerve nila na community, yung family members, relatives, and the community that's nearest to them because no one can travel. So
Correct.
you mentioned you have a video or promo, which I think our viewers are seeing now on their television screens. When you say kindness, when you say sense of community, how do you project that in the project? Pinaplano nyo na rin ba na, yung mga property management officers,
Correct,
mula
yeah.
sa salespersons,
That's
dapat maalaga, alam yung need. What's the process of making sure that the sense of belongingness is the corporate culture of Prime Homes?
That's a good question. From the heads up to Exicom, Mancom members, we are very, very close. We make sure that down the line, we share that also to our property management team. We do that.
In a competitive environment,
Yeah.
how do you stand out? Of course, you mentioned about, this corporate culture, pero are you also utilizing, di ba yung iba
Yeah.
talagang so many billboards and then they employ a lot of salespeople,
Yeah.
they attend a lot of trade fair. Ano yung ginagawa nyo na parang medyo kayo rin?
Yeah,
Kumbaga,
ganun.
parang this is the quality product.
Yes, correct. Well, when it comes to employment, like for employees, we make sure that we really get the quality type of sellers who are licensed, who really did the legwork to be a licensed seller, to be a licensed broker. We make sure that we get a team that has the same goal and what we practice in our business. We make sure of that.
Pero yung iba, when you look at this industries, real estate, parang specialized din siya kasi 'di ba sabi mo nga there are licenses here. Parang
Yes.
you cannot just sell a property
Correct.
without having this licensed broker or licensed seller.
Actually, right now for me, it's not just for me, but for many who are in the same industry, marami na nagbebenta na hindi lisensyado. So, nakakaawa naman yung mga naglego. Right now nga sa real estate, may 4 years course na eh. No? So, nakakaawa rin naman yung mga hindi licensed na nagbebenta na lang. So, we make sure na kukuha kami ng mga licensed sellers and realtors talaga.
So, yun talaga, parang when you say Prime Homes, this is really parang we can say creme de la creme. You
Yes,
have
and we're even ISO certified. So every year we make sure that we pass our certification.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So, in this development, you said this is a flagship project. Can you describe more about it? And if you can also discuss the Capitol Hills and
Yes.
Taguig, are you expanding to develop other properties outside Metro Manila?
Yes. For Prime Homes at Capitol Hills Drive, it is a mid-rise. So all of our towers is mid-rise. So that's up to 10th, 12th, and 15th floor only. So what's good about that, it's low density. Oo. So high-speed elevator, at the same time, low density pa kami. So, plus you get all
para lang maintindihan ng mga nanonood sa atin, lalo na alas 9 tayo. So when you say low density, mas konti ang tao.
konti ang units, mas konti ang tao. Pero fit doon sa kung ilan lang yung unit. So, hindi siya ganun kadami. So, kaya siya low density yung
Okay.
ano namin.
So, unlike, high-rise condominiums na parang ang dami-dami, tapos minsan maliliit pa yung units. So,
Yes.
may market ba talaga ng...
May
of that?
market talaga siya, sir.
So when you say low density and mid-rise, hindi ba sabihin ng consumers, that's more pricey?
Actually, when it comes to the price, around the area, price per square meter, kami yung pinaka-affordable.
Really?
Yes.
Because, siguro dahil you're still developing and it's still...
Yes, it's part, and also we have a lot of promos right now. And right now we are launching Tower 6 or Liana. So we're quite excited about that because it will be a new inventory for the business as well. And we'll be selling loft units there. Because for the past towers, we don't have any loft. So here, magkakaroon kami mga loft units. Pero 12 units lang yon. So
very limited siya.
limited
Oo.
siya. Limited siya.
Direct, bili tayo mamaya. Okay. So, aside from these Capitol Hills, are there other properties that you will develop outside Metro Manila?
Yes. Right now, we are looking south area. We're looking at somewhere in Tagaytay. And right now, we have in BGC or in Taguig. We are looking forward to that kasi in the pipeline na rin namin yung sa Taguig namin na project.
I see. Miss Tanya, what I noticed also with real estate developers is that parang ang dami nung land bank nila. Di ba? Parang ganun yun. So,
Yes.
kumbaga parang they really amass a lot of lands parang with their land bank, and that's where they will start now with their development. Ganun din ba ang Prime Homes? Like, kumbaga, you focus on, acquiring a lot of properties and then eventually you create properties from the land bank that you have.
Well, right now, we're just focusing on one. We're not yet like acquiring a lot of properties. So, nagpo-focus muna kami here. Hopefully, pag naubos na namin lahat ng mga units na we properly turned it over to our clients, then that's the time magko-concentrate. That's how we are. Magpo-focus muna kami sa isang.
Which is a good business strategy.
Magpo-focus muna kami sa isa bago kami magkalat. Yeah.
Tama. But the expansion plans are there
The
naman.
expansion plans are there naman.
Okay. And then, Miss Tanya, when you talk of, real estate sales, you mentioned about location already. You mentioned about the sense of communities. And then you said about, you have plans also of making commercial spaces.
Correct, yes.
How huge is the investment? At saka, kunyari, kung may bibili. So parang what are your price points? At saka yung anong demographics?
Demographics namin. Okay, because right now we are selling studio 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units, and we have mga mixed clienteles. Some are ginagawa nilang halfway home.
Again, there's a lot of people who are not familiar with halfway homes kasi isa lang ang home, katulad ng marami sa atin. But what is a halfway home, Miss Tanya?
Halfway home is, kasi we're near schools like Miriam Ateneo, New Era, and UP Diliman. So, for the parents who want to have their children go to school in that schools, kukuha muna sila ng property sa amin
Near that area.
Para hindi naman mahirapan yung mga anak nila magbiyahe or to go
kaya
to
naging
their schools.
halfway
Kaya
home
naging
siya.
halfway home. Kasi considered siya home for the kids or the children pag Monday to Friday. Some naman are near their office, mga offices nila. So they would use the property to be closer to their workspace.
Yes, interesting. So, in this development, siyempre, one of the considerations if you're buying is the price points, di ba? Parang sabi nila, okay, siyempre for the money or people who have money for investments, parang they would reserve for halfway homes.
Yes.
Or some would invest, and they rent it out. Do you also accept that they will make it an investment?
Of course, yes. We ask first for a reservation fee to hold the unit, good for a month. And then that's the time you start paying your dues. You have to reach out to me so we can discuss that.
Okay, yeah.
We have to reach out to me
The
so we can
numbers will
discuss
be
the
flashed
numbers.
later. Yes.
To discuss the numbers. But we also have investors. The return of investment would be an average of 6 to 8 years. What's good about our business is that we have a leasing department. So what you have to do is once your unit has been turned over, our leasing department will be the ones looking for your quality tenants.
Wow.
Yeah. So you just endorse your unit to us and we'll be the ones looking for your
Tenants na.
For your passive income.
I see. So parang all you have to do is just sit there and receive your rental fee. And
Your
all the
rental
nitty-gritties will be
done by
the leasing office.
By the leasing department.
Pero with the leasing department, ganun din. If you are the owner of the unit, you can tell them, parang, can you be choosy? kunyari parang sabihin nila, oh, I like the Chinese or Korean staying in my unit. Ganun ba yon? Or
it's open for discussion
with the owner.
With the owner. Before the closing, you still meet with leasor. So
Yes.
So you'd still meet up before any closing.
A lot of our viewers are also from small businesses, from corporates, and they're looking for investments. A lot of people are looking for, especially after the pandemic, yung mga perang na itabi sa mga baul talagang nilalabas na. A lot of people are really doing a lot of investments now. Why do you think that real estate is still one of the best investments for people?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. For real estate, your money won't be stagnant. So once you invest with real estate, nag-appreciate yung money mo, hindi siya natutulog. So maganda na nakapasok siya sa real estate. And what's good about real estate as well is that pwede mo siyang ipamana sa mga loved ones mo.
Tama.
Pwede mo rin gawin yon. Unlike yung money mo na nakatago sa baon. Di ba?
Tsaka bumababa na yung value.
Bumababa yung value sa baon. So pag bumili ka na real estate, tumataas pa siya. Then nag-appreciate siya. So it's still the best investment. Yes.
Okay. When you talk of condo units, sabi niya parang yung iba, sabi niya parang don't invest in condos or units like that, because eventually you will not own that after maybe 50 years or mga ganon. There are contracts like that.
Yes.
So what are the latest issues ba or information that buyers should know? Diba? Yung sa property nyo ba in Capitol Hills, once they own it, they own both the unit and the land itself?
Yes, correct. For the viewers, you have to ask yung developer or your agent or your broker if yung property nga is ganyan. Kasi may mga ibang development ganun talaga, hanggang 50 years lang talaga, then binabalik. Tapos there's such a thing as sa'yo na talaga yung property. So,
or it's parang sabi nila, it's a decision of the board ba?
Yes, may board pa yan.
Na parang
so,
if they will develop it into a new property development.
Property development. So, to make sure na if you're going to buy a property and gusto mo sa'yo na talaga yan, kailangan mo talagang masinsinan yung ahente mo or yung broker kung ganun ang case nung binibili mong condo or
Okay. Another thing, Miss Tanya, is when you go into real estate investments, ang dami ding paperwork, di ba?
Correct.
Parang with all the paperwork involved in it, kasama na yon yung sa mga banking documents with Prime Homes. Parang what is your strategy to make it easy for them?
Well, with Prime Homes, very smooth ang transaction, especially with the banks. Kasi accredited kami with different banks here.
You have an option to the customer.
Correct. Oo. So, sasabihin namin, ma'am, sir, ito po yung mga bangko namin na accredited po sa amin. So, pili na lang po kayo. Pwede naman kayo, pili na lang po kayo.
Pero magkakaibang interest nun, di ba?
Yes, sir. Pag ganyan kasi, kami na lahat ng paperwork. So, accredited kami sa mga big or small banks. So, kami nagagawa ng legwork for the bank loan.
Would that entail additional cost from the customer?
No, it won't. It won't.
Wow! So that's an added value-added service
yes,
then.
Yes, value-added service.
Pero baka naman sabihin ng mga ibang ng kalaban, ng competitor, hindi, ginagawa rin naman namin yan. But is it parang you made sure that it's smooth in terms of...
Very, very smooth. Actually, we practice nga na once we close the deal, tuloy-tuloy yan hanggang pag-turnover. Hindi namin pinapabayaan yung client.
At hindi lang yan, pagka-turnover, sabi mo nga, sige, pass to the leasing department naman. Para,
pwede
diba? Para pagka-turnover.
Leasing department naman.
Why would people invest in the projects that you have with Prime Homes, and if you can discuss other projects or properties that you have. You can talk directly to the camera po.
With Prime Homes, we're the first urban botanical community in Quezon City. We are a pet-friendly community. I'm inviting everyone to visit our showroom at Capitol Hills Drive. You can reach out to us.
You mentioned, Miss Tanya, that it's the first urban botanical property in Quezon City. What do you mean by the first urban botanical?
We practice 70-30, which is a big ratio. 70% of open space, nature, and 30 for residential. So that is a big ratio when it comes to developing a community. So I'm inviting everyone to visit our showroom at Capitol Hills Drive by Prime Homes Real Estate Development, Inc. You can look for me, Tanya, and I'll be more than happy to assist you in going around our community and viewing our beautiful sales pavilion, our showroom. We have units there as a 1-bedroom, studio units, 2-bedroom for show. I hope to see you there.
Wow. Before we finish this conversation, Miss Tanya, ano yung pinakamahirap or what's the most challenging experience that you encountered as a group sales head of a real estate property development?
The most challenging would be if you don't move on. If the sale doesn't push us through, don't give up. You should just move on to the next. And moving forward, it might be a better or successful sale than just staying with one.
Wow, that's perfect. But can you say that real estate sales is really a rewarding job?
It is. It is really rewarding. For brokers, you have your own time. You can spend more time with your family or friends or growing yourself. It's really up to you how you want to be successful. So if you put more effort in answering your leads or doing all the boosting or doing all the marketing, then you will have a bigger reward in the end or success.
Wow, that's very inspiring. Thank you very much, Miss Tanya of Prime Homes. And of course, thank you to our friend Ricky Matay. And this has been a very inspiring and educational conversation about real estate. Open for business. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you.
Thank
Miss
you.
Tanya. Thank you.
This portion.
Yun! Ito! Wow!
Tama na, may nanalo na. Uwi na. Cajun Seafood!
It's gonna be a lovely morning talaga sa mga darating na araw. Abangan!
Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Magandang araw, magandang araw. Any time of the day, it's super saya. Lalo na kung si Ara lagi mong kasama. Magandang araw, magandang araw.
is
Welcome back to Open for Business. Here are the trending business news around the world. BIR eyeing to impose 1% withholding tax on digital transactions. The BIR is looking to impose a creditable withholding tax of 1% on one half of the gross remittances of online platform providers to the sellers of the goods and services, according to the Bureau's draft briefer and revenue regulation. In a report, the Bureau was cited as seeing the need to take advantage of the opportunity to identify sellers of goods and services who are, therefore, obliged to declare their income resulting from digital transactions for tax purposes. If finalized, the creditable withholding tax adds to the existing tax obligations of the online platform providers. This also covers creditable withholding tax on single purchase transactions or sales by irregular suppliers or sellers. Online platform providers include shopping sites, travel and transportation, food delivery, remittances, and all other goods and services fulfillment utilizing electronic means. 1.64 billion pesos seen on new eco-zones. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority, or PEZA, said that the new economic zones in Batangas and Bacolod City are expected to fetch 1.64 billion pesos worth of investment. PEZA Director General Tereso Opanga said the agency has 20 proposed eco-zones awaiting proclamation from the President, 11 of which are IT centers, 8 manufacturing locations, and 1 agro-industrial site. And that's our news roundup. I am Randy Bernardino for Open for Business.
Abangan sa Counterpoint, kikilalanin natin ang taong punong abala upang makamit ang target ng Administrasyong Marcos na 1,000,000 housing unit taon-taon upang makamit ang 6.5 milyong unit na backlog ng pamahalaan.
Slogan po namin ni Presidente na wala pong Pilipino na walang bahay sa sariling bayan. Basta ikaw po ay may trabaho, dapat may bahay.
Ngayong Miyerkules alas 10:30 ng gabi, dito lang sa Net 25. Wala pa hong demanda, tinuturo mo na. Nauna ho yung conclusion. Wala pa yung predicate, wala pang basis, nagsalita na.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together. Let's stand together sa Net 25.
PWH. Nabawasan na ba ang kalidad ng mga programa at pelikulang gawa ng Pinoy? Sa tingin mo ba, mas okay bang negosyo na lang kaysa mamasukan? Check tayo dyan. Check tayo dyan. Check tayo dyan. Mag-reality check tayo.
Hoy, congrats to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bago mong show, bago mong bahay, Net 25, the best.
Aba, siyempre, hindi ako pwedeng kumiwalay sa inyo.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together. Let's stand together sa Net 25.
Abangan sa Counterpoint, kikilalanin natin ang taong punong abala upang makamit ang target ng Administrasyong Marcos na 1,000,000 housing unit taon-taon upang makamit ang 6.5 milyong unit na backlog ng pamahalaan.
Slogan po namin ni Presidente na wala pong Pilipino na walang bahay sa sariling bayan. Basta ikaw po ay may trabaho, dapat may bahay.
Ngayong Miyerkules alas 10:30 ng gabi, dito lang sa Net 25. Wala pa hong demanda, tinuturo mo na. Nauna ho yung conclusion. Wala pa yung predicate, wala pang basis, nagsalita na.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together. Let's stand together sa Net 25.
14th Asia CEO Awards nomination is officially open. Anyone can nominate their company or leaders who exemplified excellence and outstanding achievements in the past year. Nominations are open until midnight of August 15, 2023, while the award ceremony is expected to be in October this year. The annual awards seek to recognize great strides of organizations and CEOs in implementing progressive measures and visionary leadership. Reeling from the effects of the pandemic, companies have admitted challenges in business operations, but able leadership helped fuel the organization's growth. Some of the well-known companies have already been nominated, and more are expected to be included as nominations come in. The largest event of its kind, the Asia CEO Awards, is being held with the view of making excellence a gold standard in the country to achieve a first world Philippines. The awards also solidify the attractiveness of Philippine companies, as well as the economy, to foreign investors, creating more jobs in the future.
I'll be performing at the Philippine Arena June 24th and June 25th. Go get your tickets at livenation.ph. I'll see y'all soon.
Ano to, networking?
Monday, first screening.
Libre ang sinihan para sa mga seniors kada Lunes.
Ganda! Hindi ikaw, si Lydia.
Oo naman.
Paano ba manligaw ngayon, ha?
Text mo na.
Nakalimutan ko ang pangalan mo. Pwede ba kitang tawagin Aking? Flowers for you.
Kapag tinanggap ko ba ang bulaklak na yan, aalis ka na.
Ang sakit ng katawan ko. Araw-araw ba naman akong nahuhulog sa'yo?
Parang kakaiba ata ang pormahan nyo ngayon, Mama.
Ano ba si Bobby? Ano yan? Mayang Bobby mo, sugarol. Gusto mong ipamukha sa akin na hindi ako karapat-dapat na magkaroon ng kasama sa buhay.
Ano? Pwede ka ba?
Oo.
Yes! Umiigot ang paningin ko.
Teka lang, dahan-dahan lang.
Naku, Ma'am, may makakasabay ka na mag-jogging.
Gusto niyo bang itanim ko kayo sa paso?
Dito sa ASPN, siguradong sagot namin ang mga impormasyong kailangan ninyong malaman sa araw-araw.
Opisyal nang bukas sa mga motorista ang NLEX Connector.
Meron ba talagang alitan ang pamilyang Degamo laban po sa Teves?
Our families have gone a long way, no? Ang una talagang kasama or alay ni Governor Degamo is ako at yung lolo ko.
Nagtala ng maximum heat index.
Nagsara po kahapon, April 3. Nako, bagyang humina po ang piso. Kami na din ni Ali ang bahala sa pagsiyasat sa mga isyong kinakaharap ng bansa.
Kung makita nila na meron namang sufficient basis, ay pwede silang magpa-issue sa International Criminal Court ng warrant of arrest.
He was put into grave, binaon talaga siya, inilibing. Your question.
So 12 years, I have done my part, Benson, and I know you are proud of me. In spite of the odds.
Samahan niyo kami, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dito lang yan sa Net25!
And our buzzword is green architecture. It is a sustainable method of green building design. Its construction is designed with the environment in mind. Green architects generally work with the key concepts of creating an energy-efficient, environmentally friendly house. Beyond environmentally friendly being a buzzword, it is great to see that sustainability and profitability can coexist in the world of property development, as we heard from the projects of Prime Homes. Clearly, these innovative developments combine unique design and environmental responsibility, creating living spaces that are both functional and beautiful. More importantly, these developments incorporate multifunctional spaces that can be used for a variety of purposes that encourage social interaction and promote a sense of community among residents. And our code of the week is: a nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. That's according to Franklin Roosevelt. Thank you very much, Miss Tanya, and good luck to Prime Homes. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama sa amin upang tunghayan ang isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook, on YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines, sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you are informed and open for business. Ito po si Cesar Vallejos. Marami pong salamat.